Continuing to get better throughout the past week, I started to amp up my exercise in the next one. How much exercise should I do? How much could I do? These would be the questions I would attempt to answer this week. The beginning of the week, I kept on walking, and I managed to do 90 push-ups the day before the first physical therapy session for the week. At the therapy session, we started out doing the nustep, and this time I made it past my previous record, making it all the way to 1,307 steps, when the previous record was 1,250 steps. After doing that, we went ahead and stretched on the table. This went well, so well in fact that we decided to try to do a sit-up, and even though I wasn't able to do it, I made it closer than ever before, so I was showing progress. Once we had exhausted the stretching opportunities on the table, I went on to do the leg press machine. This time we did it without shoes, because the therapist said that it would strengthen the muscles in my feet to do it like that, which would only aid in the healing process. Once I did that for a while, both with 2 legs and 1 leg, I was ready to move on to the next phase of my therapy, which was simply calf stretches. This time though, we did a normal straight leg calf stretch, but we also did a variation of it where I would bend my legs, thus stretching a different part of my legs. We then did side steps with the resistance band around my ankle. We also did a sort of forward shuffle with the band still around my ankles. These weren't too difficult at all, but they were geared towards making my hips stronger. We then did the step-ups, and I sped through those, showing how far I had come since I first did them. Because when I first did them, I could hardly do them at all while holding on. And this time, I was pretty much hopping over them. We also did a step down like thing, and I still did great with that. Next we did like a row with resistance bands. This was to strengthen my upper back and also to hopefully get some extra movement in my neck. We did 2 variations of that one. Pulling the band straight towards me was one variation, and the other variation was pulling the band down towards me at an angle. After that, I was pretty much done with therapy. I just needed to use the pull-up bar, and utilizing that, I did 20 pull-ups this time. Back at home, I was feeling amazing. So much so that I decided it was time to increase my in-home exercises. I had already decided to work towards doing 100 push-ups, 100 pull-ups, 100 squats, and whatever the equivalent of that intensity for planks. Realizing that currently I could only do push-ups and planks at home, it was now time for me to figure out how long I should work toward holding a plank for. So what I did first was I looked up how many push-ups can the average man do. The answer for a male in his 20s was 17 to 29 push-ups. I then looked up how long can the average male hold a plank for. The answer for the average college-age male was 1 minute and 46 seconds, which is 106 seconds. Since 29 push-ups is 29% of my goal of 100, I set 106 equal to 0.29x. Then solving for x, I came up with 365.5 seconds. Rounded up to 366 seconds, or 6 minutes and 6 seconds. So my overall goal was to hold a plank with good form for 6 minutes and 6 seconds. The day after that, I managed to barely make it to 100 push-ups. I decided to keep doing that many until I could do it easily. That same day, I only was able to hold the plank for 1 minute before I broke form. The next day was physical therapy, and we started with the leg press machine this time. It went well as a warm-up, nothing special. I then went on the treadmill, and I was able to increase my speed a little from the last time I was on it. So that was good. In addition, I walked/ran on it for 10 minutes instead of the normal 6. We also did a different thing on the treadmill this time at the end. We slowed the treadmill down and I kind of pushed it to go faster with my leg strength. This was obviously to strengthen my legs. And it went well. After that we did the table stretches, and those went as expected, with me getting my hips past 90 degrees. We then did calf raises and stretches standing up at the balance beams. We then did squats, 3 sets of 10. Those also went as expected. I don't really have anything to add. After that we did a stretch to hopefully loosen my back up more. This is where I would kneel on the table and raise my arm up as far as it would go, then reach as far as I could under me. I did this 20 times per side, and nothing too exciting happened there. I then laid back down on the table and did some exercises with an exercise ball. One where my legs were on top of the ball and I would roll the ball back and forth as far as my hips would allow me. The next exercise we did with that ball is I would roll my legs side to side as far as my body would go, without lifting my shoulders off of the table. That also went well. And the only thing I had left to do was the pull-ups. For some reason though, I could only do 5 this time. Even though I was hoping to do 25, I was okay with everything I had done at therapy. And as I left, I was looking forward to increasing my exercise and my mobility until I was no longer arthritic. I didn't know how long it would take, but however long it would be, I wasn't going to give up. See you next week on the journey from arthritic to athletic. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Also, share it so others can enjoy this series. Talk to y'all later. Bye.